What's up, Dragon Brood? So today we're taking a step back to something we tried before in the Boros Control deck. Part of the last experiment was we were really worrying about trying to make Outlaws Merriment work, and honestly, I'm done with that trap. I'm not putting it into the deck, at least not this time to start with. Maybe it finishes up there. I don't know. We'll see. But we had some good cards get reprinted in Core Set 21 that fit this perfectly, so we're going to give those a shot and see if they work. But before we get into that, as usual, I'd have to ask you to please like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you get notified every time I have these type of decks experiments up. But for now, let's go take a look at this Boros Control list. Alright, so this list is a little bit mana hungry as we have a bunch of stuff that costs 4, 5, and 6. So we really do need to push our mana up where we can. So we need to be efficient in the early games, obviously with Birth of Meletis, Scorching Dragonfire, Bonecrusher Giant. Like, this is just to buy us time, along with the Deafening Clarion. We're playing one Elspeth because it kind of does the same. You can produce chump blockers for a couple of turns. Shadow the Sky, obviously, is just a big board sweeper. Solemn Simulacrum, gets us a land and gives us cards later. Baneslayer Angel, this is one of the best cards for trying to turn things around, so hopefully it does what we want it to. Elspeth Conquers Death, just an all-around removal card, and also lets us get back Planeswalkers or even a big Baneslayer Angel if we need it. Chandra Heart of Fire, this is mostly being used as the removal card, so we're mostly going to be just hitting creatures or the opponent for 2. However, there may be times that we actually just look at the top card. So, we'll discard a hand and try to draw an answer we're looking for. Chandra's Awaken Inferno is another kind of sweeper just to get creatures off the board, but can be used against Planeswalkers, which is nice. Ugin, serving really as a removal card, but a way to obviously get more creatures to block with. Ugin, the big annoying dragon. And then lands, we're playing 26, I believe, in this list. So you've got 2 Castle Ardenvale, 6 Plains, 5 Mountains, 4 each of Sacred Foundry, Temple of Triumph, and Savai Triome, and 1 Blasting Zone. We're actually playing the Savai Triomes because, 1, they do cycle and let us get access to more cards later in the game, but it does actually tap and give us either of the colors that we need for this deck. So even though we don't need the black, it still actually functions in here as a multi-land, which is pretty good. And because we're a bit slower, we don't really mind a land coming into play tapped. The only downside will be on the hands where you open with like a Temple and a Savai Triome. But, outside of that, I think it should be pretty good. But anyway, let's take this into Arena and see how we do. Okay, I think we keep this hand. It is not really aggressive, but we do have a couple of the Giants. So worst case scenario, we can play the Giants just to attack with if we need to. Looks like we're going to be opening with the Triome, and unfortunately, this looks like it's probably going to be one of the matches we don't like. But that's okay. The opponent decides to... Oh, Wolf Ada. Was kind of hoping they might play a Jarell, but no such luck. Not sure what else. I mean, you're up to 4 mana already here. Legit. Questing Beast. Alright. That's not what I thought was going to happen. Credit to the opponent. That was definitely unexpected, to say the least. Alright, we'll just hit them for 2. And then I guess hope that this Giant lives and we get an untapped land next turn. I mean, if it lives, we get to block a Questing Beast. If it doesn't, then maybe we Shadow the Sky and just rock the board. Cultivate. Alright. They already have 5 mana. This is going to put them up to 6, potentially 7. Alright, I mean, we'll trade. Don't love it, but there's not much we can do there about it. Alright, this is not bad. It's going to let us go get a plains. And then we'll just put that into play. And pass. Alright, the opponent has 7 mana. Another Cultivate. I mean, I guess we're just working our way to an Ugin? I mean, I don't really know what's happening here. I mean, if they are just working toward Ugin, we could just as well play a Baneslayer, get Ugin to -5, just to get rid of the Baneslayer, and then potentially we do something else. Try to shoot the Ugin, if we're lucky. That's all assuming we even draw a land here. We did not. However, if the opponent does have an Ugin now, they will not be able to remove anything efficiently. So that's pretty good. I mean, we have an 0/4 to block their creature land. There's a Paradise Druid. I don't think we cared too much about. I have no idea what the opponent's deck's doing. I'm so confused. Oh, those are the cool jumpstart lands. Alright, they're going to make a wolf. I don't know how we feel about the opponent making a wolf, so I'm just going to make a Baneslayer Angel. No attacks. Because I don't even know what's going on yet. I mean, could have attacked and traded the Simulacrum. We get to draw a card, so it wouldn't have been the worst thing in the world. The opponent obviously wants a lot of mana for something. I mean, maybe they Cycle Shark for 5, 6, 7, 8. That could be a thing. Alright, I mean, I guess we let them Shark and then maybe we Shadow this guy. Though actually, I don't even know if we'd do that. We'd probably just play Ugin, right? And then minus to kill the Shark. The opponent's just going to take it? This is a very strange game, y'all. I don't know if there's a good takeaway from here to even know what's going on or have anything to talk about here. This is very weird. I really don't know what to do here. I mean, I assume there's spell counters or something here, but it doesn't appear to be the case. My opponent has 4 cards, and we don't know what any of them are. They ramped like mad, so now they got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 mana if they want it. Alright, there's an Ugin, which we kind of assumed there was going to be at least one.
An opportunity to act rashly is the chance to fail.
I mean, so the only thing here is they could attack, we would trade a bunch of things and get a card, so just using Ugin's better here. But we get to keep our Simulacrum.
Silence.
Alright, we're going to go ahead and shoot their Ugin to finish it off. Oh, some Shadow the Skies that we don't need. Attack for 2. I guess we'll just try to cast our Ugin. Oh, it does resolve. We'll make a 2/2 then. Which has a Blast Zone under it.
Secrets manifest before you.
Yeah, I literally have no clue what the opponent's plan was here, but they ramped, got their Ugin, and it did nothing. Alright, this looks like a keeper. I think we're good with this. We can use Birth Meletus, go get the land we need for that. If we think we're going to come up short, for the else. Oh. Alright, we'll keep that. Like I say, if we thought we were going to come up short for the Elspeth Conqueror's Death, we could just ultimately put the Survive Triome in first. However, we'll be able to get to at least 4 land without too much issue here. At least all untapped. I think here we just pass. I have a feeling. Oh, I thought they were gonna flash in a creature. That didn't happen. Okay then. This is cost 3 or less, or 3 or more. Okay. Here I guess we just cycle. Since we know we're gonna have access to all the mana we want. You know, I think I'm gonna go ahead and just play Elspeth here.
Even the gods cannot escape.
2/1/1.
Courage will bloom in all who seek justice.
I mean, if nothing else, this allows us to at least pressure the opponent into doing something. I mean, they are making a lot of mana right now. Which means we could just get wrecked in a single turn by something, but who knows. Alright, so they're going 4 colors. This is all very peculiar. I mean, if I knew what was going on, truthfully, I should probably just be removing one of those with my ECD, but I don't know what's going on, so we're not.
Heroes, rally to me.
I mean, why not? Alright, more crystals. Alright, putting Keruga in their hand. I mean, you draw a card for each other permanent, so they'll draw 4. But you're going to spend 5. This is so weird. What is the opponent doing, y'all? I really want to know. I mean, if we hit the opponent for 2, then we just play this. They'd be at 10. That's 4, 6, 8, 10 exactly. Don't love it, but I mean, if we want to threaten lethal, this is the way to do it. And we have more than enough mana, so we might as well just play this. As it doesn't hurt anything. Oh, opponent decided to borrow a token. They knew of our little plan. That's alright, we can use Elspeth still next turn. Pump 2 things, +2/+1. Yeah, it even says 2 creatures, not even 2 soldiers. So yeah, the Brazen Bar is irrelevant to the scenario. It doesn't block anything. Keruga comes into play, opponent gets 3 cards. They have 4 mana to spend. We can remove Keruga. Alright, I don't know what they're doing. Like, this is so weird. Why have so much mana? That's effectively going to do nothing. Spell counter? No, not even that. Alright.
Believe in yourself as I believe in you.
Okay, that game was very strange. We're going to keep this because this is probably like a real test of how bad a draw could be and still be serviceable. Ooh, against mono red. Alright. And we're playing light up the stage to get a land to do nothing. Okay. We know they have robbers of the rich. Do we want to just kill those? I think we do. So we'll just pass. I think this is more efficient instead of like taking two, possibly giving them a card, going through that whole song and dance. And then worst case scenario, we just play Bone Crusher Giant next turn. Okay, well. Alright, this is a hand we definitely need to mulligan. Can't really do anything here even after we kill something. Unless we got lucky. But, alright, we'll keep this. This is at least serviceable. We don't love it, but we do have a temple. Plus we have a Shadow of the Sky in case of emergency. Granted, if we're playing against a control deck or something, we have nothing early to ramp or get to our bigger things. So we're just gonna hope. Hope and a prayer. Oh, that's a Vraska. That's cool. Don't think we want double Baneslayer here. We're looking for some of the smaller spells. Really, Bone Crusher Giant's probably the type of card we're looking for here. Just something to play early to pressure the opponent. That's what we want. Clover. Okay. Well, that's going to be a tough one. Because we have nothing in this opener to deal with that. Yeah, I think this type of hand, we can't really beat that. I mean, this is where we want to have the stuff for the early creatures and be able to do some things, and we just don't have it. I mean, the only benefit is if for some reason we can stick a Baneslayer Angel, they have to spin the Brazen Borrower to kill it. That's kind of nice, I guess. But otherwise, we're just kind of sitting ducks. Both the 7-card hand and the 6-card hand did not yield anything to take advantage of. I mean, because there are some scenarios where, like, say you get the Birth of Meletus, and then you have the 0-4 wall, so they may want to bounce that or not, and then you buy some time that way, and then you're also getting some life. But then maybe you get, like, the 6-drop Ugin, where you're like, okay, I'll make a 2-2. It's like they kill or bounce a 2-2. You still resulted in a card, and then they still have to come after the Ugin. So stuff like that is really kind of what you're aiming for here. But for now, I don't know what the opponent's really up to. They're taking a long time just to find basics. Alright, we'll just pass. I mean, we got nothing else going on. Though in hindsight, maybe it'd been nice to have double Baneslayer for when we actually get to it. Because Baneslayers, fortunately, are not legendary. Alright, there's an Uro. Not sure why that deck wants an Uro, but they have one. You know what? Since they have an Uro, go ahead and make sure he goes away for good. So yeah, so for those of you who don't know, the way it works is you shoot them with the Scorching Dragonfire. Scorching Dragonfire has a clause that says if the creature would go to the graveyard this turn, it's exiled instead. It doesn't say you have to kill it, it just says if it goes to the graveyard. So since that most definitely went to the graveyard, it goes away. Alright, Innkeeper. Innkeeper. Alright, sadly this is going to result in the opponent getting 3 cards because we are going to use one of these Shatter the Skies. And with good reason. is that gonna matter here? I don't know, but I feel worth keeping it for some reason. Gosh, Shadow of the Sky is always so loud. I am sorry. I wish they would fix the volume on some of these big board sweepers. They have wishes. Alright, we'll go get something that's probably awful for us. Well, that's annoying. But getting both of those, I think, is where it's bad. Don't know what we can do here, honestly. Alright, I think we just gotta let it go. Like I said, I'm not really sure here. I mean, we take some damage. Maybe they play Chandra. Yeah, we can remove Chandra. One's got 2, 4, 6, 7. They still need another land. Which isn't really hard to get, though.
Oh, looks like someone's getting a little sweaty.
Alright, we just gotta take the 2. So I feel like we're getting to this world. We're going to use Shadow of the Sky. They're going to play Ugin. We're going to play Baneslayer. They're going to mine us to get rid of the Baneslayer. Then maybe, depending on how the turns play out here, if it's next turn and following turn, we can get it back with an Elspeth Conqueror's Death. Or, if they use the Ugin to get rid of stuff, we'll lose out ECD anyway. So then maybe we can just fire down an Ugin. I don't really know. But it is the opponent's turn, so let's just see what's going on here. Alright. No need to do anything here, I don't think. Alright, we'll take our damage. Alright, that's not bad. Being able to make a land is actually pretty reasonable here. Or make a creature, sorry.
I'll try to come back for you.
Alright. And we get to leave up a Scorching Dragonfire. I don't know if it really does anything, though, because you can't kill that, can't kill that. Alright, we go to 15. It's really 14, because we'll take one during our upkeep. There's Ugin.
Power without wisdom is the path.
Alright.
Do not ignore the
Alright, what can we do here? Alright, that's kind of the first half of things. Unfortunately, I think at this point, they're just gonna Brazen Bar to bounce our Baneslayer. Yep, I think that's where we're at.
I will destroy.
I needed an Electro Dominance, is what I needed this game. Okay, what do we want to do? We just pass. Alright, that's going to put us to 7. I mean, I have to assume that's the case. They just have Brazen Bars. Because if they don't, that doesn't make any sense. I mean, it makes sense. It's just very random that they wouldn't have it. Like I say, I assumed that was the case. Wasn't going to make a lot of sense otherwise. Alright, so... I think our plan is just play that. I mean, if they have another, they have another. And then here, we're just going to keep Ugin from ultimating.
I am resilient.
Alright, we're at 4.
Ignore my laconic
Oh, Genesis Ultimatum. Oh my goodness, this is a teched out version of this thing. Oh gosh. Okay, well the good news is we can shatter this guy to not die. Let's go after Ugin. Alright, we'll gain our 5. So that buys us some amount of time. We shatter. Oh, well, that's gross. Well, yeah, now I don't think we can win. Yeah, now we're just dead. We will keep this. We're going to put a Triome in, then a Plains, then a Birth Miletus, and then try to be off to the races after that. We playing against more of the same. So boring. Dun, 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 dun. I mean, getting an Ugin and stuff here is kind of nice. Oh, it's not the same. Alright, I spoke too soon. Let's... 2, 4. We have access to 5 lands right now. This would be number 6. I feel like we're just going to want to cast Ugin when we get there, so I'm going to try to make sure it's possible. Unfortunately, I don't have my trusty Dragonfire here. Get a land, which will just make a mountain, I think. Terror. If we minus this, it goes to 1, which then they likely could just shoot it. I don't know if we want to allow that. That seems like a problem. I would rather attack. See if the opponent blocks. They did not. We will shatter. Actually, I guess we don't have to. We could actually, man, I guess I could have. We could Deafening Clarion and shoot the Terror and save the Shatter the Sky, which is probably smarter. So yeah, let's do that. And we will draw our card. We'll shoot Terror. And then we'll put that intact. Alright, so this gives us a little more flexibility. We can do a little bit more with our cards here, I think. Alright, the Elspeth is neat. So we can Ugin, Elspeth. I mean, there's choices. Alright, let's just Ugin. Start getting this set up for later. Ooh, there's an ECD under there. That's nice. Another Terror. Well, opponent, we don't want you to have that, sadly. So again, I'll just attack in. And we'll shatter. You'll get a card, but that's fine. ECD in hand. I'm going to go ahead and play Elspeth. Make a couple of tokens.
I am proud.
Make another 2/2.
Truth
Ooh, with the
lies
Bane Slayer
beyond
under it this time.
vision.
Alright. Now we're starting to feel pretty good, because now even if they were to get an Uro, we have ways to deal with that, and we don't really get. We have multiple ways to deal with an Uro, actually. We might even just save this Elspeth Conquer's death. It's almost like, why waste it, you know? Actually, I say that. We probably just want to exile this first one. And then use this on the following one. Mostly because it's possible the opponent could play something like Hydroid Krasis. And we can't use this on a Hydroid Krasis. We can use Ugin, though. Alright, they're getting rid of a land to do nothing. Alright. So, before we forget, go ahead and make tokens.
Together we can exact justice.
Go ahead and make another 2/2.
The fabric of the
Fortune Dragonfire is under there. Alright, Ultimatum. Get some things. Alright, they're gonna hit us. Interesting, I thought they might try to blow up our planeswalkers, but they didn't. Why is that? Oh, I guess they figure they have enough mana in hand to just kill us, potentially? Well, we do have this, though, which would allow the planeswalkers to come back, too. So that's definitely a thing. Alright, well, we set this up for a reason, so let's go ahead and remove it.
My plans do not include you.
Opponent's at 25, and we're only at 10. They have 2 cards. They've got 4 in the yard, 2 of which are Ugins. So much going on here. If we pay 3, we'll still have enough to make a token. If we use Elspeth, we need 4 cards in the yard to remove and get Elspeth back, which we have. So I say we go ahead and minus Elspeth, target these 2 tokens.
I will do my best to support you.
We get in there with everybody. We play this. Put this in tapped. And allow the opponent to have a turn. See what happens here. Oh no. Hopefully they miss. I mean, we've already killed 2 terrors. 1 got exiled, right? Yeah. Oh, 3 terrors are gone. So yeah. Oh, that's right, because we shattered 2. Alright, I don't hate this. The opponent still needs to get something in the yard first to be able to Uro. They're at 7. They could block 1, 2, 3, 4. And take 1, 2, 3, 4. Still have an Uro? That's not good. Oh, we can exile Uro, though. So maybe that's game. Oh, they still didn't put anything in the yard, so they can't even get Uro back. And that's the thing, if they do kill one of these, that's bad for them too. Okay, they did get Nom Nam. So that matters. They're down to 21 cards. We can still get rid of Omnath. Though Omnath might try to kill Ugin. Nope, did not. Alright. Alright, that's gonna cause a problem. The opponent's at 7. They can block 1, 2, 3. And take 1, 2... Well, no, they'll block... Yeah. So they'd only take 1, 2, 3. They'd only take 5 currently. Okay.
I am more than flesh and blood.
Alright, what do you want to put back in play? It has to be Elspeth, right? That's for loyalty. I'm just trying to decide how badly we want to shatter this guy. Because if we're going to shatter, then we're better off just attacking. Let everything get blown up. Plus our Ugin. Make tokens from Elspeth. Play the Baneslayer Angel. That's probably the plan. So let's do that. Oh, that is a brave move if the opponent was going to block like that. Like, why not block both of the 2/2s? If you're going to block with just 1/1s anyway. The opponent's taking 5? Okay. Alright. So the opponent goes to 2. We shatter. We put that in tapped. Don't need that, obviously. Make a couple of tokens.
Heroes, rally to me.
And make a Baneslayer.
Secret manifest before.
Alright, Risen Reef it is. Oh no! Oh no! And they don't have that many cards left. Oh, they've got 16 cards. How bad is this for us? I mean, they have at least one more Omnath, I'm sure. Alright, there's an Omnath. What does it hit? Alright, so unfortunately our Ugin is going to die, I'm pretty sure. That's not good for us. I mean, that had potential to be a lot worse, but now the opponent's going to be at 5. We need to draw another Scorching Dragonfire or a Deafening Clarion. Oh no, because they put all the counters on the Cavalier Thorns. I guess same thing applies though, right? Like, if we get it, we just do it, because it lets us kill the Cavalier. And then they don't get anything back. We go to 12. Keeps us from dying. Actually, maybe it's still not bad, because we can use Elspeth to pump the Baneslayer. Use a Scorching Dragonfire to take out Cavalier Thorn. Oh, no. 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 Oh, we're going to lose to that. That sucks. Oh, that hurts. Well, I guess the good thing is, Cavalier Thorns would be smaller now. Whoa, the opponent's out of cards? Oh, because they drew all those extra cards off of the... Oh, the Risen Reef. Oh, did the opponent just deck themselves? How random is it? I was going to say, if they play the Oracle of Thassa's Oracle, like, that'd be so funny. I couldn't even be mad if we lost to that. Alright, so they could knock us to 3. Alright, we won that one. That was a crazy game. Okay, this feels very defensive, but we're going to go ahead and keep it. We're going first. It's possible, you know, we could sneak kill an Uro. We can take out most early things the opponent would play. Even if they're playing some type of flash deck, we'd be able to at least shoot down a couple of their creatures. After that, I don't know. But we at least have options with this to give us a turn 3 play if we need it. And then hopefully after that, Simulacrum actually helps us get out of trouble. But we'll see how this plays out. I'm not too sure. But it's interesting trying out these. This is kind of why we do these test games, to figure out like what experimental hands look like, what we should or shouldn't be keeping. I mean, this is kind of the type of stuff you should be trying out and experimenting with when you have a new deck. It's not just, does the deck work? It's like, does it work under these conditions? Like, what type of hand should I be mulliganing to? You know, I think those are the things. So I think a lot of times people just look to like, did I draw my cards and did I win? But it's like, sometimes even if I lose, I feel pretty good because I'm like, okay, well now I see another line of play I could take. Or maybe sometimes it's just, all right, I know these two cards work better together or not. Or if I get 3 of this combination of cards in hand, it's still worth keeping. You know, that helps a lot. I mean, you kind of need to analyze where you start as well as where you finish in the games to be able to give yourself a full picture of what your deck's capable of. Alright, I thought the opponent had went AFK for a second, but we're back. Dun, 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 dun. What are we doing? Alright, there's a Foresta. And no Arboreal Grazer, no Pelt Collector, no Goose. I mean, it's pretty much what you play on one these days. Well, I say that. There's sometimes you just also play a Stonecoil Serpent for one. It's not usually what you want to do, but sometimes it's what you do. Well, alright. This game's not the most exciting pace thing. Paint's dried a little bit faster than this. Alright, Lovestruck Beast. There you go. Alright, it may still be mono green. So until we know otherwise, let's wait a while. We can shoot down a creature, then play a 4/3, then play this. And that should buy us a reasonable amount of time to get to the cards we want to get to. Alright. I was about to say, the opponent's playing a surprisingly slow for a aggro deck. We should move to the attack step, opponent. I won't even wait for you to declare attackers. I will speed up the game by just shooting your little human, carrying their little basket of fruit. With chickens staring at their basket of fruit, apparently. I mean, I can't even respond till you pass priority, opponent. What are we doing? I mean, maybe they're debating whether they should attack or not here. That could be a real thing. I mean, maybe they think we have a flash creature or something. I don't know. Alright, let's go ahead and just get rid of that. And I don't mind doing this because there's a very good chance now the opponent has the Paradise Druid, they're just going to play like Questing Beast next turn. If they do, we'd rather just have something and play to block it. Which can work out in the sense that if we do that, then there's a chance we get to pick off a Paradise Druid potentially the following turn, and that's pretty nice. Don't quite want to play the Blast Zone yet, because I feel like if you play a Blast Zone, it kind of tips your hand a little bit to the opponent that you're playing a slower control style deck. And this just looks like I'm playing some red-white thing with Bone Crusher Giant at this point, and the opponent doesn't know. Alright, it was not a Questing Beast. So that changes things. I think we're going to go with this. And we're going to just try to set up this Chandra for a future turn here. So, I mean, we can hit Chandra and then just -6 and... Or not -6, -5. -6 would just kill Chandra. Though I don't even know if we have to do that, because we still have these Scorching Dragonfires. We can just pick stuff off. Stone Coil Serpent, 5/5. Alright. Okay. What do we want to do here? What if we Birth Emulatus? Get a land. Play a land. Attack with... So I'm actually... It's not even worth attacking, actually. We'll just pass. Because even this way, we can just block, and then... Oh, well, they can't even attack with one of them. So, that doesn't even do anything. I'll block with the Simulacrum. I mean, yeah, we take some trample damage, but it's fine. I'll just take the card here. And we can wait to play the Scorching Dragonfire. We don't have to be in a hurry. Patience is key. Alright. And we'll just... Well, now I don't even know if we even kill the other one at this point. If we use Chandra, we just Chandra up -1. Hope they don't have a Questing Beast. If they do, then we have to Shatter to kill the Questing Beast. This feels so bad. Because part of me wants to just -1 to kill the Paradise Druid. You know what? I might try that. I don't think that line's good, but I sort of want to try it. Oh, we'll have an 0/4 wall here, actually. Never mind. We'll get a wall from the Birth Emulatus. So that actually makes it okay. Yeah, that's totally fine.
I'm Chandra, the immolation sensation.
Yeah, we'll just... Target creature. I mean, if we -5, we kill that. Yeah, let's do it. I mean, I already dedicated to the plan.
Exploded.
Though I do love that voiceover. Just boom, explode. Alright, we have 2 blockers here, so even if they have something like Primal Might on the Bone Crusher Giants, to turn the Paradise Druid into like a 4 or 5 power, we can then just block, and that's fine. That's a 6/6, which is not our favorite. Didn't really need to draw the second one of those, though. Actually, do we just want to pick off a Paradise Druid? That's a thing we could do. Yeah, I think that's what we do. We just use this one. We can be patient on this Shadow the Sky. We don't have to be in a hurry here.
Burning desire to finish you. Stay back. I'm an explosive. Is it just me? Or is it getting a little warm in here?
Alright, so let's hope they don't have a way to mutate onto a Stone Coil Serpent. I feel like if they had that, they would have played it a while ago. Unless they just drew it. We'll just block. Hopefully no giant growths or anything. Perfect.
What a warm reception.
Mostly did it that way, by the way, so this turn I can block with the Bone Crusher Giant, still shoot it with the Scorching Dragonfire. Though we may be shooting a Scavenging Ooze. Unless, well, okay, they're just going to trigger it now. Fair, makes sense. The one thing we have in our yard. Yep, eat Chandra for sport. Makes sense.
You're gonna be sorry when I come back.
Ooh, that's something. Opponent's down to 1 card. Now we have to start asking the question of if we shatter now, have we just depleted their resources to the point that all this doesn't matter? Alright, we're going to shatter because we get a card here as well. Which we're okay with, giving the opponent a card, I think. Bunch of triggers, resolve them all. They go nowhere. We're going to go ahead and plus Chandra.
Aw, looks like
Then we're just going
someone's
to
getting
play
less
the Bone
ready.
Crusher Giant. Again, we don't want to let Chandra get too low to like a questing beast or something, especially since we have answers in hand. Alright, Scavenging Ooze we're not too worried about. They can eat all their own things they want to. Okay, that kind of feels good. That says to me like the opponent doesn't feel like what they have can do anything else here. And I'm not going... Well, do we minus Chandra? But we have to do it for 5. Really, because they have all this in the yard. I think we do. We minus for 5 because now we're in a position where we're able to start doing more damage, especially with the Baneslayer, than the opponent's going to be able to keep up with. Like,
Exploded.
put the opponent in a situation where they have to start drawing near perfectly to get out of trouble. In the turn. Plus we have these triggers going off, so yeah, it's basically one more turn, the opponent's dead. Alright, Troll, we can't really target the Troll, but we're not that concerned about it. That is a good blocker for them here. That's a problem, but we can remove it this
I
turn.
love everything from deer to dinosaurs.
Everything from deers to dinosaurs. Though now that they tapped out for that, we can just shoot the Troll. Alright, take our turn. Yep, GG's. Alright. Well, it looks like Temur Wreck is probably the only thing, if you're going to be playing best of ones, that we were kind of concerned with. And even then, we had chances to kind of pull ourselves out of that one and really didn't do it. But that's probably our biggest concern, if there's something we just want to call a concern. But I think you can put some answers in best of 3, especially things that deal with artifacts, things like that, that could get you out of trouble, especially in both red and white. So I think you have enough answers that you could at least make that at least reasonably competitive. But everything else we actually played pretty well against. A couple of games were a little long, but I think that happens when you play control matchups. But this, if you're going to play control, this is a pretty fun build. I can get behind this one. We get to play some cool cards like Big Chandra. We get to play Baneslayer Angel. Overall, was there much I would change? Probably not. Like I said, I think if we were playing best of 1, I might try to find a way to bring in some more ways to either do just repetitive damage, you know, with stuff just sitting on the table to kind of just force the opponent's hand, and or ways to remove artifacts, but that'd probably be about it. Otherwise, I would leave it pretty close to the same. But I had fun. I hope you all enjoyed watching it. Remember, if you enjoyed it, like this video, and please subscribe to the channel. And if you do, hit the notification bell, because one, that helps me out a whole lot, helps me get the video in front of more people, but it also lets you know whenever I have another video up, which right now is pretty much every day. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.